What are some of the things that you would say are your reflections for 2022? What are some of the things that you have learned and learned well in 2022? And you probably want to take them to 2023, or you want to make sure that they remain here in 2022. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my reflections. I hope that we share the same, or maybe it's something that you may reflect on in 2023. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tis Rachel. It's been a minute. I had to do something before the year is old. Been a little caught up here and there, but I'm glad that I am back. So I'm excited for this year to see what God is going to do. So one of my reflections really in this year is positivity. I can be such a great complainer. Mostly I look at the glass half empty. I barely ever look at the glass ever half full. I really can't focus on the really bad things that have happened, the things that have not happened, when probably something really nice has happened, but this small thing that has not happened is what is going to affect me. And I think this year is an year that I have intentionally made sure that no, I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be thinking about the glass half full. I'm going to be seeing the beautiful things about situations and not really focusing on the small things that are not working, but really giving my energy to the big things that have happened. And it's so sad that the small things have not happened, but let's focus on thanking God and being grateful that this beautiful things has happened. There's always going to be a negative and there's always going to be a positive. So it is for you to choose, what am I going to focus my energy on? The other thing is, God answers prayers. I know that we have gotten into a place where we're starting to wonder, is God still around? Is God still God? Does he answer prayers? Does he still do the miracles that he used to do? I think this year has been an year when God has really proved to me that I am real, I exist, and I do answer prayers. And so if you're there and you're thinking, oh my God, does God answer prayers? Is it possible that God is not in existence? I'm here to tell you that God is in existence and God answers prayers. Keep praying. One of the things that we do as Christians is that we base our faith on answered prayers. Well, our relationship with God should not be about answered prayers or things that God has done for us. It really should literally be about believing that he exists and that he is God and he's a rewarder. When you pray, believe that God has already done it, because sometimes you might pray so much until you realize, oh, I think I'm not seeing any answers, so probably God is not hearing or God will never answer me. But sometimes in that place of prayer, that is where you are changed to understand the will of God in the situation that you are in. Even when you are praying, don't pray like, God, you have to give me this answer or I'm going to get out of this faith. No, pray as if you trust in this God, you love this God, and even if God does not answer, you still believe in his will. Pray with such an open heart, with such an open mind, with such an open spirit that God can really change you to understanding his will and where he is directing you into, because your prayers are not bigger than God. Another thing that I have learned is to be grateful. Let me tell you, we spend so much time complaining about things that have not worked, and especially as the year is ending, like you're just looking at yourself and just wondering, this year has just been so bad, and you're just looking at how things have not worked, how things have not been good to you. You don't take time and just think about what is it that has actually worked. Even if it is one thing, I don't think there's a possibility that there is nothing in this year that did not work. Think about the things you could actually be extremely grateful for, because God has been good. No matter if the year has really been tough or hard, just being grateful it really changes so much, and it is one of the things that have really helped me to be more positive. Thinking about what is it that I could be extremely grateful to God about, and not just being thankful like, since we need to say thank you God, but really looking at how God has won battles that you have not even been able to see being fought, in the battles in the spiritual realm. Look at the very things that God has done in your life that has been good and just be grateful. And it has really brought in my heart so much peace and so much contentment. I have learned that humans, beings, are a ministry by themselves. There's a reason why God put us on this world together as humans. There's a reason why He made us to be social beings. He put us here for a reason, and that reason is to express His love through the way that we mingle with each other and the way that we treat each other. One of the greatest commandments is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. So even as you're living in this world, I have come to realize that how we live with one another, what we do together, is what really matters in this world. And I've come to realize that human beings are a ministry by themselves, and there is need to honor, there's need to respect, there's need to love human beings. Especially in these times, we really find ourselves saying, you know what, cut that person off. Sijui, you know what, that person is such a bad person. Sijui, we treat each other as if people are not important, people are just rubbish, people are just trash. And I've come to realize that no, I give it a little bit of time, give it a little bit of patience, give it a little bit of grace, because every person, and especially people who cross your vicinity, maybe it's people you watch, people you mingle with, people that you're related to, people who you serve with, people who are your friends, they're there for a reason. And you need to honor, you need to respect, and you have a responsibility to love these people. And I think that's the greatest lesson that I've learned, because we really just treat human beings as, yeah, whatever, we don't care, we don't need people. We do need people. We need people, we need human beings, we need them. That is the reason why we were placed here together with them. That is why there's a reason why they are in your vicinity. That relative of yours, that friend of yours that you cannot stand, that boss of yours, that you need to express the love of God through them. If it is through giving grace, giving patience, giving kindness, giving goodness, that's how Christ is preached, through us extending grace to these human beings that God has placed in our lives. And so this is what I'm going to say. Every human being that comes across to you, respect, honor, and love them, because that really shows that you understand the human ministry. We really sometimes do take the humans that are in our lives or around us for granted. And you're just like, whatever, you don't call people, you don't text them, you don't appreciate people, you just think, yeah, whatever, it's not important. You need to honor, to respect, and to love that human being. Here is your sign. Whether they are small people or they are big people, whether they are rich people or they are poor people, honor, respect, and love them. Please treat people with kindness, goodness, and gentleness, and honor and respect. Peace. I'm gonna do anything. Anything. I think over the years I've learned that peace can really be taken away, but who is responsible to make sure that you have peace in your mind, in your heart, and in your spirit? You are responsible. Don't blame it on your children, don't blame it on your spouse, don't blame it on your friends, don't blame it on your boss. You have a responsibility to make sure that you are living in peace. You can be at peace even in a chaotic place, but also if in this chaotic place you cannot be at peace, then you need to know exactly what to do. So I have been in environments that have been so chaotic that sometimes you just wonder, is peace something that we can actually get in this world? But now I know that calmness, gentleness, and peace is something that we can actually get in this world. 2022 has taught me that God is the provider. I know sometimes that we can look at what we're getting at the end of the month, or you look at what you're getting at the end of your commission, but no, that is not where you get your provision. Your provision comes from God. whether you have that money that's going to come at the end of the month, or you have that bonus that you're going to be getting, or you have that commission, or you have that work that needs to get completed so that you can get your chums. I'm telling you that is not what provides for you. It is God that provides. Anything that you need is provided by God, and He uses all of these people, all of these things that have been given names, to be able to fund whatever life that you have. People are wonderful. If you know me, then you know I just don't like people. Generally, I'm just not a people person. I prefer to just be by myself or be with a few people that can be able to to stand my energy. But 2022 has taught me that people are wonderful. There's a notion that we have about people that they're just bad people. People are bad, people are jealous, people are witches and witch doctors. They're just bad people. People are just bad people. Just stay by yourself, talk to yourself, all your secrets keep to yourself. But I've come to realize in 2022 that it's true that there is that part of human that is absolutely evil. Everyone has their positive side. And I choose to look at the positive and know where my boundaries lie. I don't know how you choose to look at this, to look at people. Everyone that you hate and see that just the worst of the worst, they also have a positive side to them. No one is just demonic, period. And I know that there are a few people who are just trash. It's true. But also there are people who are just a blessing and good people. Christianity is faith-based. If you ever look at Christianity as right or wrong, black or white, Christianity is very gray. And so it's so important for you as a Christian to have your own relationship with God that really teaches you what to do, what you need to do to the extremes, what you need to do with a good balance, and what you need to do with just a small pinch of salt. That is what a relationship with God is. It is personal. Make it personal. It's not about what you're told to do or not to do. It's not about doing the right thing or the wrong thing. It's about doing what pleases God. It's about making sure that your relationship with God is so concrete, is so deep, that you know exactly what He is saying at what time. Listen to people's communication. Listen to what they are saying. And it has also taught me that no communication is also communication. If this person is not talking to you, they're saying something, if someone says no, please don't think this person is confused, or think this person does not know what they're saying, or think, oh, this person, I have not proved myself enough, or you just feel like this person does not understand the situation. No. When someone communicates, when they say something, listen and act. I've noticed that as humans, if we want something, we're just going to do whatever it takes to get it. And sometimes we really can put people in such hard situations when they have actually communicated. Listen to communication, however that communication is going. And also, no communication is communication. Yeah, I've also learned to communicate in 2022. I've learned that not communicating to people is such a bad communication. Oh my God. Oh God. Always communicate, no matter how uncomfortable the situation is. Communicate. Go and say what has to be said, because not communicating is communicating, and it is even more disregarding. That you communicated to me with no communication, that's definitely so disregarding and so wrong. And so communicate to people. If something needs to be communicated, communicate them. Be transparent. Communicate. Say what needs to be said. And also you, when you are communicated to, take it very seriously and act accordingly. You get what I'm saying? I hope that this year has also taught you so much, and that you get into 2023 feeling much more stronger. I wish you a very prosperous new year, an year where you're going to experience the goodness of God, to experience even spiritual growth, and to experience expansion in all kinds of ways. That is my prayer to you this year. And that is all for today. See you on the next.